What do you say? Is this a great likeness? I think so. This was not actually me sitting here. It was an artist later on, but he did make me quite handsome, I must say. As you can see, highly inaccurate. I am far more handsome. He looks more like a deformed potato. I, unlike this round man, have a chiseled jaw and a high forehead, all the rage in Elizabethan times. So you want to learn some Shakespeare? Good. We all know that I am the greatest playwright of all time. Suck it, Christopher Marlowe. Anyway, I am glad you're here. I'm glad to be here in America with the right to bear arms. So today, my friend is going to tell you about Coriolanus. Grow up, I can hear you snickering. If you get confused about the names, just know that Caius Marcius and Coriolanus are exactly the same person, just one is more important now. It is one of my favorite plays that I've written. I mean, I can't really keep track of them all. There were almost 40 that you guys have found. Caius Marcius is this, it's hard to know where to begin. He is the most badass that there is. He goes into war by himself essentially because his soldiers get cornered and it's looking like his city is going to lose, and his soldiers are like, no, I'm not going out into war, that you crazy, even though if they are caught hiding from the other side, they're still going to get killed. Either way, they in their minds have already lost. So he's like, okay, you weenies, I'm gonna pick a few of you and you're gonna come with me whether you like it or not. And they're like, okay, whatever you say. Caius Marcius just slaughters the opposite side, and he comes back just completely smothered in blood, and the guy he meets is just like, holy cow, what the, you should be dead. And Caius is just like, nah, this is the other people's blood. So Coriolanus comes back into town and everybody is just in complete awe of him, and the politicians are like, oh, we can make you into our leader. The people have been really upset. They would love somebody like you. You're a hero. We're gonna don you in whatever they do. I don't remember off the top of my head. Romans are insane, but insane in a good way. Those are my ancestors. He's just scoffing the whole way. He's digging in his heels. He doesn't want to sit there like a puppet on a parade and just show himself off. He really doesn't think that he's that great. Like, he knows for a fact that he is that great, but he doesn't want to sit there and make a show of it. It's not, there's no glory to him in like showing off his scars in battle, or making great speeches to people. He honestly doesn't have a very high opinion of other people, and it's not, in my eyes, it's not that he has too much pride or that he's pompous. I genuinely think that he sees it only in a logical way, because he has put in the bravery, he has put in the work, he has earned where he is, and he doesn't feel the need to show it off, nor does he feel the need to cast himself with everyone else, because he is not like everyone else. So he's kind of uppity. He tries to comply just because his family really wants him to comply, and his family has a lot of sway over him, but he just can't do it, man. He considers it lying. He doesn't lie at all. He's essentially the most perfect politician that there could be, because he's completely transparent. There's nothing about this man that is hidden. He's not trying to hide a dang thing, and that's very apparent because he insults the people wholly. He says that they'll be his BFF one day and then turn on him the next day if he doesn't say something that they like, which is it's incredibly relevant, frankly. He he's very crass, and people just don't appreciate it. They're used to the politicians who are using tact, and they're trying to sweeten the pot, so to speak. And even though the people claim to hate those in power, the minute that they get somebody who might actually do them some good and won't lie to them, they turn on him. And the politicians don't help at all. They take the situation and they run with it. They make him the sacrifice to save their own butts. And people are they gladly hop on board, except for one or two people in Coriolanus's family. Everybody is just completely turns on him, and they demand that he be executed or banished. And his family tries one last time to plead with him, like, please, can you just suck it up? They're just words. And he is just very adamant that he is not going to lie. He refuses to lie. And he does try, again, because his family is his everything, and he tries to conform for their sake, but it doesn't work. He is who he is. They decide to banish him. This man who had saved them from the Volsces, who defeated Aufidius, one of the hardest opponents that he's had, he all of a sudden is just like swine to them, and they want to cast him aside, and so he's banished. And one of his final speeches is telling them that they're so easy to defeat, because he says specifically that he banishes them. So basically, you're not going to fire me, I'm firing you. And he says, let every feeble rumor shake your hearts. Your enemies, with nodding of their plumes, fan you into despair. Have the power still to banish your defenders, till at length your ignorance, which finds not till it feels, make not reservation of yourselves. Still your own foes deliver you, as most abated captives to some nation that won you without blows. So basically, he says you'll sit there and you'll go with the person who makes you feel like they have your best interests. And he emphasizes their ignorance, which finds not till it feels. He's saying they are not thinking logically. They are thinking with their hearts, not their minds. So they're screwed, because they'll just follow anybody. Like, it doesn't take swords to win these people over. And so he's just like, deuces, see you later. And that's when things get really interesting, because when he leaves, you don't have that much stature and just like leave the country with your tail between your legs. You don't get chased out, period. So Caius Marcius goes and knocks on Aufidius's door, who he had just defeated. And he's like, hey, Aufidius, like, you can kill me if you want to. There's really no point to my existence, except I want revenge against my city now, because they have banished me. They let all these la-di-das convince them that I'm bad because I told them the truth, and they don't want to hear the truth, even though that they say they want to hear the truth. We're gonna go kick their butts. And Aufidius is like, cool. It's got lots of gore, lots of beautiful words. Despite the fact that Coriolanus hates plumery, it is beautiful. It's pretty straightforward too. The two best versions that you can get, you can watch readily that I have seen, are Tom Hiddleston's version with the National Theater. That one is fantastic. And he does a phenomenal job at portraying Coriolanus as the rough and tough, but also the one who loves his family too. He does a very good job with that balance. And then there is Ralph Fiennes' version. Well, I guess it's not technically his version, but he plays Coriolanus in a movie adaptation of it that's a little more modern. And his co-star as Aufidius is Gerard Butler, and he does a really good job as well. That movie is really good. I would love to share clips with you guys, but YouTube's been slapping me on the wrist a little bit. I will put a couple links down below, one for the version with Ralph Fiennes, and then also the version with Tom Hiddleston. Well, trailers of them, and it won't lead you directly to the actual versions. That is Coriolanus. You grow up. I can hear you snickering from the grave. Excuse me, ma'am. I know that I have fans, but you are simply too forward. Hello. I do hope that you have enjoyed her description of my play. I rather enjoyed it, though I did take a nap in the middle. If you are an aspiring bard, please leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up for her. I'm sure she'd appreciate it. I don't care. I'm already famous. Ta-ta.